science vessel, 2 science vessels. Of course, there's a double starport now, so that's going to be more and more of a factor, the science vessels, to counter the early hive tech. That's a good counter, I would say. So, still relatively few units for Jaedong. A couple of mutas and a couple of lings. He lost 2 or 3 there. A lot of sunkens over at that third base. He knows he can't afford to lose it. I'm wondering, positional-wise, there might be some still holes in there. I mean, I can't think of... He's guarding definitely against a frontal assault and hoping that he can stop any more dropships from coming out. Jaedong pushes in. Of course, he doesn't have anything near what he needs to attack, but he does have that Defiler mound up and another Spire going up, so that Defiler mound is going to be key in his plans, I'm betting you. I'm looking all at these. Jaedong's used an awful lot of sunken colonies, and here we go. He's going to try to take out the SCV that's building the command center. He does, and then he runs off. Very, very annoying. He's got to march another SCV up there. It's going to take him about 15 seconds. He's going to lose some timing there. Still slow Overlord, so no detection there, but no wraiths on the field for fOrGG, so I guess it's lucky for Jaedong. An Ultralisk Cavern as well. It gets comsatted, but it's pretty far off. I'm pretty sure he saw it, though. I mean, he's probably going to be guessing. That's kind of interesting, though, to go the Defiler and the Ultralisk this early. I still haven't seen a Defiler. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Consume Tech, which is what you really need in order to get the boat rolling with the Zerg against Terran Defiler use. Of course, Defilers completely own Terran with the Dark Swarm. It's just about every Terran attack is a ranged attack. So let's see, we got some Zerglings and some Mutalisks coming up. It is, in fact, a Mutiling response. They get spotted out. They're going to run away. Those science vessels, of course, he has to be very careful with them because Terran versus Zerg, you make mistakes with your science vessels and you don't win the game. And if you make mistakes with your science vessels, I mean, it's tough in any matchup, but in Zerg especially, you're going to do that. Okay, here comes the Scourge. Oh, look at that. He irradiated one of them and it took out a bunch of them along with that Mutalisk. So, use of Irradiate there, I guess effective. There's the Defiler, and I see a little Zergling blood around it, so he's probably going to be getting the Consume. But I tell you what, Jaedong's got his army a bit trapped off here. He's getting those Mutalisks irradiated one by one, and they're damaging everything under that cloud. There goes another one down, and most of Mutalisks gone. He's going to try to march on Jaedong's base. I'm not worried for Jaedong because of all those Sunkens he has, but if he doesn't get some forces up there soon, he's got the Nidus to do it, he's going to be in some trouble. I think Jaedong's here, he's trying to figure out what he's going to be doing, because we have the Defiler tech, we have the Ultralisk tech, but right now the control of the map belongs to the Terran, and he's got a couple scattered units around there, you saw there, but he's going to need to try to do some sort of flank, I think, to really annihilate this Terran army before it gets so massive it's impossible to deal with, especially that science vessel with the double... Oh, look at that, we have 4 dropships! Wow, I thought those double starport were going to be producing the... science vessels, but instead he's gone an interesting route. He's got 4 dropships and loaded with Metarine. That could spell death to any base they decide to drop at if he's not ready for them. There are the science vessels there to protect them. Random Korean lady, probably one of the parents of one of the players. He's trying to hide the dropships. Very good. You'll see he hid the dropships from the invading lings. He still doesn't know about the 4 dropships, and they're getting closer and closer and closer to the base. So here we go. Science vessels. Oh, look at the dropships. They head in. They're going to head into the main base, it looks like. There's no expansion there. He's not going to drop the expansion. He's going to drop the main. It's completely undefended. We have a couple Defilers and a couple lings going back, but that's not going to be enough, it doesn't look like. He's got a huge drop coming off here. Tons of Marines being uploaded. He's going to take out the Defiler mound. That's huge. He's going to take out the Defiler mound back. Lone Marine gets killed, and he's got Dark Swarm. Oh, this is going to be bad news. Dark Swarm. Oh, wow, look at that masterful Dark Swarm. You can really paint where you want the army, the Terran army to go once you have that Dark Swarm. He's going to run through it, though. He's going to run through it, and he's gotten to a good position here, blocked from most of the Zerglings by those Evo chambers, which he's going to be taking out in the meantime. I'm wondering where all these units went, because there aren't a whole lot left, and they're being replenished here, replenished by the 4 dropships. We have more dropships, more Marines being ferried in. He's got an awful lot of units, and they're all in really good position for him. Those Dark Swarms are not going to hold forever, and he's going to be able to microwave from them. He's got an awful lot of units now, and he's going in and attacking these hatcheries, and he's attacking all sorts of stuff. Now, we have the expansion up for Jaedong in the back left, but he's losing a lot of drones over here. Oh, Ultralisks pop out. We're going to see if these Ultralisks are enough to destroy these armies, but they're being messed up by the pathing. One goes down before it gets a single thing off. Another one's going to be taken down entirely before it gets another shot off. There it goes. But 3 Ultralisks alive, 2 Ultralisks alive, and a couple Lings coming in. They should be able to mop this up pretty quickly. More Ultralisks coming out, but this is about as much damage as you can do to Ultras with Medics and Marines. Meanwhile, oh, look at these armies! Look at these armies that fOrGG is being a micro monster. Jaedong is trying to get armies out at the spawn point to throw off his enemy. a lot of tanks, a lot of Metarine, and fOrGG is going to be attacking on yet another front. So, let's see, damage here, big damage it looked like on Jaedong's base. He lost that Defiler Mountain. Oh, here come the Scourge, and a bunch of all 4 of the dropships go down. So this attack, whatever it does here, it's got to do a hell of a lot to make up for those 4 dropships going down. The Scourge control very good there. It's got 1 vessel with it, and he's stopped mining at this base, but he's not done a whole lot else. Here's a Defiler. It's going to cast a Dark Swarm. He's got irradiated. He did, but he lost a vessel. Bad timing there for fOrGG. He's got to run around that Dark Swarm. Oh, and he got caught by another one. He got caught by another one in between that and the Doodad. So these 6 or 7 Marines are going to be killed by these Ultralisks coming in. Wow, that's a lot of Ultralisks. You know, I'll tell you what, if Jaedong can find a way to use those Ultralisks in battle, I mean, Terran Dark Swarm Ultralisk, that should be some sort of outlawed combination, some sort of hack or something, because it's going to be so good. But we have the double engineering bay. 1 is lifting off. I'm guessing his, yeah, look at that. He's got the +3 weapons upgrade. And so the +3 armor upgrade, though, by Jaedong to counter with the double evolution chamber. So right now upgrades are a wash because both players have been keeping up with them so well. Oh, we got possibly some more vessels go down. Both vessels go down. And only an irradiated Ultralisk to show for it. So there's a good exchange there for Jaedong. He's got to keep that vessel count down if he's going to be winning this game. And into the 16th, 17th minute, it looks like we are in this one. And this has been a hell of a match. The Defiler Mound is back up. There's some Terran units now going around in that top middle of the map. They're going to try to do something, I would guess, to try to take out that Jaedong base at the top, although, here we go. We've got the entire Terran army moving up at once. Of course, in the middle of the map, very vulnerable to Jaedong's flanks, but he doesn't have any units out in the middle of the map. So here we go. He's cut off the top 2 bases from the bottom 2 bases, or 3 bases, depending on what he's got down there. And he's got to figure out what he's going to do for now. Okay, he's going to go for the bottom bases. Here come the irradiates coming in. He loses another vessel. He can't keep losing vessels like that. He's lost a total of 5 or 6 vessels, and that's really going to be a problem as we move on, because Jaedong, of course, you keep the vessel count low. He's going to get better and better use out of his Defilers, better use out of his Ultralisks, and if those high-tech units come into play, it's going to be very difficult for the Terran to do anything. We've got the Terran sieging up here. He's preparing for a battle up in the middle. He gets a lone shell off at an Ultralisk, but no good there. fOrGG is really going to try to do something with this push. He's got a lot of units, and right now he's got control of the map. He's got to stop these Ultralisks from doing their thing. There we go. Is he going to lose another vessel? No, it looks like he saved the vessel. Good job. He's got Dark Swarm coming in here, and the Terran units are running around in disarray. They don't know what's going on. This is a lot of Ultralisks and a Dark Swarm under that tank. This is a good attack so far from Jaedong, but huge amount of Metarine rushing in from fOrGG. There's going to be a huge battle here. We have these Ultralisks tearing it up, and they are going to have to retreat. Oh, wow, that's a great job to hold there from fOrGG, and now just a handful of Ultralisks is left to, well, I mean, a handful of Ultralisks, you can do a hell of a lot of damage, but their armies are both very large, and look at these rallies coming in, all those barracks just putting almost a full control group in. Okay, we have tanks sieging up, but some of them are under that Dark Swarm just as it ends. fOrGG knows exactly when that Dark Swarm is going to end, and he played that really, really well to bait in the Ultralisks. So we have multiple units coming here from Jaedong, multiple Ultralisks, but they are getting pushed further and further back. The rally points now appear to be a problem for Jaedong, as they are being rallied directly into this Terran. Now looks like some sort of Mondo contain, as he's come in with about 6 or 7 tanks and a huge group of Metarine. Meanwhile, it looks like Jaedong is going to reply for this with some sort of flank. He's gotten some units out on the side, and he's going to see what he can do with them. Those are probably Cracklings by now. Yes, they are. Look at the way they attack. Cracklings and Ultralisks, very dangerous combination. 4-2 Ultralisks against the and 2 attack on the tank. No, I thought the tanks had 2 attack. That would be ridiculous. Not quite sure what's happening there. So we have huge amounts of tanks here taking out that expansion. Jaedong is looking like he's in a lot of trouble. He's going to need to find some way to crack that tank line, and he's going to have to do it, I'm guessing, with Dark Swarm. Here come the Ultras. This might be it. He's coming in with a flank. He's putting a lot of units into this attack. This is going to be a big one. He's got a Dark Swarm up there, and he's trying to take that hill against the tanks. He's got a whole lot of Ultras to try to do it with only 3 tanks left, and a whole lot of Ultras left, but they are killed and pushed back. Vessels on the way now, and that is, he failed to completely crack counteract that, and reinforcements coming for fOrGG. Look at that. He's got a giant conga line across the entire thing. He's got 3 irradiated Ultralisks now, so those 3 tanks, he's throwing them into the Marines, and they'll do a fair bit of damage, because irradiated or not, dying or not, damaged or not, Ultralisks just do more than their fair share of the hurt. So here we go. We've got that engineering bay. Remember when that lifted off all in 1994? Well, it's here now. It's finally ready to try to control